Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'll be talking about 10 cars they should add to Greenville. So yeah, it's mostly German cars because I'm a German car fanboy, but there's also some cars from other countries. So let's start with the video. So guys, the first car is the Bmw X7 Alpina. So it has a twin turbo V8 with 523 horsepower and 553 foot-pounds of torque. It's basically a BMW X7 with more power and luxury. So yeah, here are some pictures of the car. I'll just put them on screen. I'm doing a voiceover. So yeah. Alright, let's move on. So the second car is the 1993 Porsche 964 Turbo 3.6, also known as the Porsche 964. So, I just said that twice. Oh my bad. So, it has one of my dream cars. The design is very classic and beautiful. I just like it. So yeah. So it has a 3.6 liter turbocharged flat six. So it's just basically a 6-cylinder engine. Yeah. Has 360 horsepower and 384 foot-pounds of torque. And yeah, I wish they add this thing badly to the game because I really like it. It's one of my dream cars. So yeah, let's move on with the third car. Alright guys, this third car is the 1992 Mercedes-Benz E500. So it's just basically a W140 with more power. So it's a 6 sedan. It's really wide. It's not really wide, but it's wide, but it fits the car really well in my opinion. It's very beautiful. The design just fits the car well. So yeah, the engine specs are a 5-liter V8 with 320 horsepower and 346 foot-pounds of torque. And here's some pictures of the car as you can see on the screen. So yeah, I just like the car. It's one of my dream cars too, cause I just like old Mercedes from the 80s and 90s. So yeah, let's move on. Guys, it's my most favorite muscle car of all time. It's the 1967 Ford Mustang Shelby GT350. I just love the paint job on this thing. It's just so classic, and the design is so beautiful. It just fits the car really well. It's from the 60s, and yeah, it's not fuel efficient, but it sounds really well, that V8 rumble. So yeah, let's get into the specs. It has a 7-liter V8 engine. It made 306 horsepower and 329 foot-pounds of torque. Here are some more pictures of the car. So yeah, as you can see, the paint job is really beautiful. Those two blue stripes in the middle just make the car perfect. Because the fifth car is kind of crazy, but it's my favorite car. Not the most favorite car, but I like the car. So it's the Ferrari F40. It's my favorite Ferrari. Fun fact: when it came out, it was the fastest car in the world. It broke 211 miles per hour, I think. Yeah, it was 211 miles per hour. And it was powered by a 2.9 liter twin turbocharged V8. And it made and it had 426 foot-pounds of torque. I don't know why I don't have the horsepower on my script. If I find it, I'll put it on the screen right now. So you should see it on the screen. Right, let's move on with the sixth. Alright guys, so this is my dream car. It's the 1995 Audi Rs2. So this car started the RS lineup. So without this thing, there would be no R6 or RS3, so no RS cars. Yeah, so it had a 5-cylinder engine that beat a Mclaren F1. Was basically the fastest car in the world at the time, in the 90s, and it beat the F1 at launch because of the Quattro all-wheel drive system from Audi. So yeah, and it made 350 horsepower. It was really quick, and it was really light too. I think I don't have it here. Yeah, I don't have the thing on the how much it weighs, but I'll put it on screen right now. So yeah, I just really love the thing. I just like wagons. So yeah, let's move on. Alright guys, the seventh car is the 2005 Mercedes-Benz W240 S600. So it's just basically a S-Class with a V12, and it made about 500 horsepower and 590 foot-pounds of torque. It's basically it's not the same car, but it's just like the new S-Class and the old S-Class are in the same lineup. So yeah, it's a car from 2005. It's a luxury car because it's from the S-Class lineup, and that's the flagship of the Mercedes. So yeah. Alright, let's move on with the 8th car. Alright guys, the 8th car is the Lamborghini Diablo SE30. I love the purple paint job on the thing. It's just so beautiful. It just hits different. The white wheels look way too good on that thing. So it was basically the enemy of the Ferrari F40. It went 207 miles per hour and had a V12, made 525 horsepower and 435 foot-pounds of torque. So it was really quick at the time. It's just so beautiful. I love the rear wing. The paint job just hits different. The interior is really beautiful. So yeah, I just put some pictures here on the screen, as you can see. Alright guys, the 9th car is the Mercedes-Benz W140 S600 Coupe. Alright guys, so the 9th car is the Mercedes-Benz W140. It was the S-Class. Alright guys, the 9th car is the Mercedes-Benz W140. So it was the S-Class of the 90s. So it was the S-Class before the W220. It also had a V12, but it also had a V6 and a V8. I'm just gonna include a V8 here. The V8 made, not V8, I mean V12 made 389 horsepower, and yeah, the design is really beautiful of the car. The car is just really solid to drive, and most of them are still on the road. So yeah, if they add this thing on Greenville, it's gonna be my favorite car. So yeah, the last car is one of my favorites, or my second dream car, you can say. It's a pretty big name for a car. It's Oppo. It's probably in Britain. It's Vauxhall. I think it's Vauxhall or Vauxhall. I think it's Vauxhall. Yeah. Alright, it's the 1995. It's a 1995 Oppo Vectra A 2.0 turbo 4x4. It's just a sedan, had a inline 4, and it made about 204 horsepower and 207 foot-pounds of torque. I just like the car because it's just different. I don't know why, I just like the car, and it's just beautiful. So yeah, that was the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and peace.